to know who you are, you'll be faced with a lot of who you are not. So essentially, if you wanted to find friends, first of all, you'll be faced with a lot of people who do not like you. And same way, for the morning to come, there is the night, and then comes the next day. So in the plane of duality, you're always faced with the opposite so that you can find yourself. So if you say, I do not know who I am, I do not know what I want, then life turns you, or such situations wherein you actually face the things which you do not like. And by your very nature of not liking it, you arrive at what you like. And many times it might not be just the opposite of that. It might be something very strange. It might be something very unique, like calligraphy. So someone might say, what is the use of calligraphy? And what is the use of painting? What is the use of art? What is the use of music? These are all just accessories, because see, that does not give you bread, that doesn't give you money. But then there is beauty in that. And if you see through the eyes of a child, the face of a little child who is so happy, who is so bubbling with joy, and you look at the joy in their eyes, that just depicts. So what is the purpose of that? And yet this world is so meaningless without beauty. It is in all of those facets of life that you see, and you find those things are so beautiful. And most of all, we are all living by our own contrary nature. Like Nisargadatta Maharaj says, you want peace and you fight with your own friends and family and your people around. You want good health, but then you overeat. You want beauty, but you exploit. So how can that be? So in order to be what you actually want, first of all, you are shown with what you do not want. And from there, once you do know what you want, you start to work towards that in slow steps, one at a time. And you do see the immensity of it, that the steps that you are going to take is too much. But still, since you know that there is no special profit or motive to that, but because you feel that I love it, so because of love, you take all those steps and you keep on working. Even though you may or may not have the audience that you want, or the money that you want, or the sort of fame that one might be after. But why are you even after all of that? Because Krishnamurti says a very nice thing, that essentially while you're doing something and being fully involved in that, that itself is the prize that you are receiving. So in the giving is the receiving. And that's what Krishna also says in Gita, Lord Krishna. He says that while you're doing an act and you're so much submerged in that, you're so much involved in that, that at that point in time you forget who you are, and you forget all of the worries, and you also forget everything else, and you feel so good because now your sense of deriving has disappeared. So the true joy and the true price that you get paid is doing that act in that moment, being completely involved. And at that point in time, your mind is not there, which tells you, but what is the profit, and why am I doing this? And see, it's giving me so much pain. See, you're losing track, you're being distracted, and all these noises that the mind makes, that tends to disappear, because it's not that you are perfect and that you do not fail. You fail and you feel the imperfections, but then you have just surrendered and you know that you cannot go any faster than this. So at that point in time, you do whatever you can to the best of your skills, but you're not in a haze. You're not in a haste to complete that thing, like in a rushed up manner, because you see that nothing has worthwhile has come out of a fast thing. Whatever you see seems very fast has been slow before it has arrived at the state of great pace. Like, look at the athletes, look at all the great runners. So they are not so super fast that you see they are able to complete 500 meters in few seconds. Is not because they just ran and they did it. So over there is like Usain Bolt. He prepared 8 years for winning that race, which took him just 10 seconds. So it's years of hard work before you see a state of of quickness, of vastness, of that massive, immaculate perfection. All of that needs a lot of hard work. But we are in a society that tells us that you should be fast now. But how can that be? Society only wants to show you the end result and say that you are not enough. Look at them, they are so much faster than you. They are so much better than you. Though their achievements might be absolutely hollow because that meant nothing to them. Now imagine if I just force a child or force a young teenage boy or a girl that you must run because I just want you to be a runner. But if they are not truly aligned to that, what is the use in you forcing that child that you must do this just because I want you to do and I'm giving you training? It's rather so much better that the person does what they truly want to do. And that is not for getting any sort of name and fame, but just for the joy of being who you are, just for the joy of authenticity. Because even if you win the whole world at the price of losing yourself, that's a lot of price that you have paid for that, and still not being able to find peace. And I know peace is a very fragile thing and a very tricky thing, because even this desire of having peace forever is a very fleeting desire. Because we know that the way the life is, it's very tricky. Now you feel peace, and just the next moment there might be a situation of chaos, absolute uncertainty, and not security. So we try and want to sustain this peace. We do not know, but all we can do is whatever happens, we do not have control, but our control is only in surrender. And that surrender also is actually not yours, because you are not the doer. As Nisargadatta Maharaj says, things happen, the universe moves, trees grows, plants grow, animals grow, humans grow, they make technology, things just happen. But this illusion of I am the doer is the problem, and we need to just observe ourselves. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to share in this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.